Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Want to get a long rest?
If you take one,
We gotta find a place to take one.
you've been non-stop adventuring.
An error has occurred. What?
You're not going to take a rest on this sinking ship. So yeah.
Hmm.
Is there a plug-in over there?
Yes. What would you like me to plug in?
Could you plug in my heating pad, please?
Yes.
So Tori's going to get on. I know. Has anybody heard from
Negative. Negativo. Hopefully this will save on my YouTube channel. We'll figure that out later.
Did Josh mention he's not going to be here tonight? I feel like somebody said.
Oh yeah, he's on vacation. He won't be here. That's right. Sorry, I forgot. And he did pick a chest.
You can exit out of that. Yeah.
Man, that's concerning.
I'll just give him a random one from whatever's left.
Are we gonna roll? Because he may get picked the $1 million chest.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Is there one chest that's like obviously better than everything else?
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
Man, that's kind of exciting, Jeremy.
No, there is not one chest that is the correct chest. Some of them are good, some of them are not good.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Do I just log in somewhere?
Yes. Roll20 dot net. I'm gonna print off your new character sheet for you.
Where's my other one? Because I wrote everything down on it. Honestly, I don't remember anything.
Yeah. We're not supposed to. That's why we write it down. It's probably right here. So we gain health based on what we gained from our level, but not for a rest.
Correct.
Okay. Very nice, very nice.
Is the light blinking?
I don't know. I think maybe it just did, yes.
So yeah, you go into ship or get it, then
Alright.
Back.
Darcy, like pink paper.
See, people are trickling in slowly.
Slowly but surely. So boys, I'm going to start streaming on YouTube so that our D&D sessions will be saved forever and always.
what is it?
Yeah. It's a YouTube stream, so our D&D sessions will always be saved.
Oh,
That was fun.
like right now.
See me smoking weed. Look at each other.
So like, are we streamed right now?
Yeah, you're on stream, man. Forever and always.
Forever and
Do I hit
I don't
launch,
think I've ever
man?
asked this before. Oh, I'm a little nervous.
If your children go back to find the oldest possible video of their father playing Dungeons and Dragons, this will be what they see.
What game are you playing?
Launch game.
Did you hear that? They put this on YouTube stream. Yeah. Just to say. Amber, it's okay if they hear you. You can see.
Hey, Amber.
It's like whispering.
What's up, girl?
Did you get our voices out? Our voices are not through the Roll 20 app.
Is this a
Our voices are through my stream, though.
Uh,
So, yes.
So I had to get a standing desk, so I'm a little raised up now.
Did you fuck your back up or something?
Yeah. My doctor's like, you need to get a standing desk, and I said, okay. So it's staples. And it's actually messed up a lot of my flow a lot more than I thought it would. Yeah, you know my desk flow.
Yeah, your feng shui.
You don't look like you're standing.
You had to change your beating it up.
No, I can be. Oh yeah.
Now you gotta masturbate while standing, and it's like a whole new dimension.
Oh, this one's great when we're in battle. Oh, where is it? Ah! I asked Amber, like, do I have any shirts that look like a bear? Me, yeah, essentially. Did anybody have time to do this Photoshop magic for my thing?
No, that's Josh, and he's on vacation.
Okay.
How come you don't, yours isn't working?
Oh, did you see my toaster?
My camera? I don't know. Let's see.
No, it's the fucking Iron Man, dude.
I don't know why my camera's not working. It's working on my stream.
I'm gonna reset. This is actually really nice. Yeah. I thought I would hate this.
You want my love? Here's and a pen.
Got it.
So you had however many hit. So how many hit points do you have on that sheet?
Hit points.
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so you had 9 last. Let's see, 24. So you gained 3. You gained 7 hit points. So instead of being at 9, you're gonna be at 16 this week. Do you want to write 16 hit points on there, or
Still under half.
16 is not half of 24.
No, it's not.
What's up?
Sorry.
So, you know how we're running into problems on D&D Beyond, like it won't let you have the new or any more of the, it's very limited
Yeah.
without paying for it. Or you
Yep.
can actually, you can pay for just specifically what you want.
Did you end up buying the player's handbook?
Brian was saying that he just adds his character sheet and doesn't use D&D Beyond.
Yeah, but that seems like so much work.
Yeah, I like D&D Beyond. I automatically update shit. So I paid $4 to get this stuff online.
Mine was only 2. So
I-
you had to do a sub race, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, my character couldn't afford the schooling for his class, so he had to go a different class.
I will tell you that I'm a cheap bastard and don't like to pay for things. So I edited mine, and I think it looks. I think it looks pretty good.
I hate it.
I'll probably do that for next week, but this week, for today only, I'm going to be a thief.
You just have to, if you start editing, you just got to pay attention to what the player handbook says you get at certain levels. Like D&D Beyond will not tell you. You have to know at level 7, I get this, and my race gets this.
Naturally.
So I didn't get any new spells, right?
You did.
Oh, I'm still missing 2 people's player sheets, by the way.
Let me
Do
see.
you mind?
I have
Is this
Spider.
one?
I have
This is the new one.
Helix, Darkstable, or Doran, Leowyn, Lyric, Lancelot, and Azog. Who am I missing?
You're missing
Not
Jamie.
me.
These are the old ones. I mean, they're the same.
So you got
Oh, that's right. He's not playing this week.
cutting words. Did you have that before?
It's 8:02. What are we doing?
So that's new. Here, let me look you up. I'll see what you got.
7 of us or 8 of us?
Maybe it was just that turn.
Yeah, that may have been just it. I'm about to look it up.
Kaylee's gonna play. She's fixing it.
14-8.
So we're just missing James and Felix again.
Potato.
8, 9.
And Helix brings great shame upon our guild. Jeez.
I'm gonna look for you right now.
He said he was what's it called last week. I don't know when he might still be there.
I think he's still in the field. Could be wrong. Alright, so you got Bard College and Expertise. So, Anna, you got better at certain skills? Remember you picked Expertise?
Are you cool if I roll my own dice again, Jeremy?
I got the
Or is
College
that
of
too slow?
Lore.
And so College of Lore gave you cutting words, was your
Yeah, I
only
get
thing
better
that you
luck
got.
with my own dice.
You also gained additional proficiencies.
Okay.
So basically you got better at skills and you got cutting words.
I can't remember exactly what it said. That's fine.
Read it. It'll tell you. Make
Read
it.
it. Doesn't make sense.
You can
Why?
So basically it lets you use a bardic inspiration to make an enemy worse. So you don't, but you have to have a bardic inspiration use, and you don't have any right now.
Haley, we're just missing you. Okay.
Hey, DM, how many players do we have?
Tonight you're gonna have 6.
But we have total, what, 8 players? 8 players? Okay.
Total of 8, theoretically.
Well, then who the hell am I missing? I got Asog, Helix, Doran, Leowyn, Lyric, Lancelot. Who else?
Rosalie.
Oh yeah, Rosalie and Valkane. Valkane, that's right. That's right. And he's in Canada, so just Rosalie. Okay.
Are you gonna reveal to us what we got in our chest?
Or perception check. I guess I need to roll a perception check, don't I?
How do I do that again?
Sword immortalized.
Goodness.
Love it.
Where's the boat?
Okay.
Yeah, I actually really like it so far. It's nice.
Where's the boat?
Why? Roll
Oh,
20.
sorry, I didn't roll that.
Roll what?
How
That's
did I
fine.
bring up my roll?
What's she rolling?
Nothing. She was a mistake. Advanced dice roller. Do you want me to get that tea for you?
I have 15 in here.
What boat?
It's something. The microwave just beeped.
It was
You don't
not
see it?
ours. I think it was their
Well, let's see
demons.
the squares. Let's see that.
Right, now, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
whenever they're ready, I
I
can
see the
press
same
the
thing I
on
saw.
button.
We're right where we left off from last week.
I
Want to
agree.
do perception?
Hey, Rosalie.
You're gonna roll perception, but wait for the dungeon master to ask you to do it.
And Rosalie, will you pop your character sheet in Discord?
I don't think she has a new one. She wasn't here, so she didn't level up.
Ah, okay.
What, love?
Hope your vacation was good.
Oh gosh, I actually have to unmute her in Discord. She's being
There
an
it is.
emo and playing in another room tonight.
Doesn't need you screen peeking.
Apparently. Okay. So let's go from the top. Lancelot.
Yes.
Crate number 4.
That's what I chose.
You chose wisely. Crate number 4 has ammunition.
All right.
That's arrows and bolts.
Okay.
300 of each.
Whoo! Very good. Very nice.
Very nice.
And I'm scrolling through Discord. Oh, I need my notes.
Lyric searches. Lower deck. Sleeping quarters 1. Which one did I say that was? The bigger one?
The slightly larger one.
Yeah, Sleeping Quarters 1.
He searched the smaller one.
That was, I did a perception check in there.
Okay, so Lyric, go ahead and roll your perception in the sleeping quarters. Unless that's what that first roll was.
No.
Yikes! Okay,
Did you roll?
Yeah, I did.
so in this sleeping quarters, there is a
I got a 9.
cot that's dressed up with linens. There's a little bedside table that has an oil lamp on it. there's a small chest that has like clothes and extra linens and stuff in it. And that's it.
That sucks.
So the other bedroom,
That's me.
okay, roll your perception.
Boom.
Nice. So in this
What
bedroom,
is perception?
I
Is
think
it
it
20,
has
right?
also a cot, bedside table, an oil lamp.
Got a 9.
It's a little more cramped. And you notice
Plus 4.
like a loose floorboard in the corner.
Ooh. What do I have to do to? Do I have to do anything to check that floorboard?
You can do whatever you want with it.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna lift up that floorboard.
Okay.
Use my axe or try it open like a crowbar.
Do an athletics check, please.
Is that D20?
Yes.
What's my athletics?
All for future reference.
Oh,
All
oops.
checks. Whoa.
Sorry, I accidentally did the plus sign twice.
All checks are always a D20. The only thing that changes is your modifier.
You want to just add that 5 to the 12, or you want me to re-roll it?
We can re-roll it.
Okay. Well, what if I re-roll it? What if I get less than 15?
You're gonna stab yourself with your axe.
Yeah, jeez. Ah,
That's fine.
okay.
You just needed a 10.
Oh, perfect.
So when you pull the floorboard up, it actually lifts a cluster of floorboards around it, which is like a hidden trapdoor.
Ooh.
And what you see below is that this entire area, because there's standing water, everything below where you're standing has been completely filled with water.
Hmm.
Do you want to poke your head down in there and take a peek around?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can hold my breath for a little bit.
Okay. So you don't need a check for this, but if you peek underwater, you would see about a dozen or maybe 13 floating corpses that span the length of the boat. This trap door has revealed an area underneath the ship where the rest of the crew went to hide when the combat started.
Ah.
Mm.
Hmm. I don't know what to do with that information. Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess that just sucks. Poor dudes. And nobody's alive. And okay. Can I look and see if I see any other objects in there in the water other than just corpses, or are they all just corpses?
You can, if you
All right,
do.
I'm gonna check if there's anything besides corpses down there.
Go ahead and do one more perception check.
All right.
No, I didn't die. I am wounded. I got 12 health right now out of 24.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm
there's-
probably not the only one.
Yeah. Everybody, homeboy needs a long rest. If I can.
So on the very bottom, oh, Janus is typing on Discord. On the very bottom of the ship, where if you can imagine the bottom of the ship, how it kind of comes to a point, right? As if the stuff is rounded.
Right.
At the very bottom, towards the middle of the room, there's kind of a glowy. It's emanating a very small amount of light, but it is a chest that is somewhat ornately decorated and emanating a glowy light.
Okay. Is it small enough that I can pick it up and not open it necessarily and just grab it and go?
It is. It's about 2 feet wide, maybe 8 inches deep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna lift my head up then real quick, catch me a breath, and then go down there and grab that thing.
Okay.
Maybe some precious gems.
Yeah.
if anybody read my little Spirit Awakening, I'm pretty fond of glowy things.
Yeah.
So next up, we've got Doran. Doran, you can only loot one crate there.
Thought you said I could get 2.
Eager Beaver. No, just one.
Even with my armor? What's the point of my armor?
Well, you're not underwater right now.
Yeah, but I can swim it back to shore at twice the speed.
Yeah, you said last week he actually could.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because he could go back and unloot it and then come back essentially.
Yeah.
So
You said
You
since
said
I
he
had
could
double swim speed.
Okay.
You said he
Okay.
could swim. You could do 2 things. Is what you said.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot that I said that. Unless you're all just messing with me to get extra
No,
loot,
I-
which is
you really
also
did.
fine.
I'm trying to see if I was down.
You said it. And whether you take it back or not, that's your choice.
Roll persuasion.
Well, unfortunately, crate number 10 is empty, so that did you a little good anyway. Crate number 9 has various herbs and spices in small glass vials,
It's the KFC crate.
unidentified.
Alright.
Are you telling me it's a secret blend of herbs and spices?
Could be.
I guess I want to take that crate with me and we're swimming back to the shore.
Could be a little dime bag of oregano. You never know. And then Lyowen is crate number 1. What are you rolling?
Oh, I was rolling. Oh, I was rolling a perception.
Who told you to roll?
Was I not
You don't,
supposed
need, you don't need perception for this. Crate number 1 has neatly packaged salted meats. It's a mixture of pork, beef, venison, and lamb.
Some bullshit items.
You got some Summerhill sausage, you know?
This ship has been traveling the world. They have to have supplies.
I wanted like Excalibur or something.
Okay, why would
All right, so I guess I'm the meat guy now.
who am I
When are you
missing?
not the meat guy, though, man?
Hmm.
I mean,
Lyric and Rosalie haven't looted anything yet.
So am I putting this shit in my bags or no?
Am I
You're
supposed
carrying
to
the
loot something?
crate. Or you can choose to empty the contents.
You can try to loot
I
something,
would
I
rather
think.
just issue the contents. Carry on.
So Lyric and Rosalie, what chest or barrel do you want to, or sorry, crate or barrel do you want to open?
I don't know what ones are left. I don't know what ones are
Can
left.
you, before you move on, can you tell me the crates?
I don't know what ones are left. Just tell them whatever.
Yeah.
You want me to talk for you?
Let me just,
I mean, is it on?
let's do this. Here's what's been opened so far. One. Number 4. Sorry, that's 300 each.
You're not in Discord.
Number 10.
I'm taking that away from you.
Should be number 7.
Anna wants number, which, crate or barrel?
Crate.
Anna wants crate number 7.
I'm about
Good
3.
choice.
Good choice.
9. And those are the only 4 that have been opened, right?
That's all I know about.
That's
And
it.
then both sleeping quarters have been searched.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Supplies.
And you discover the bodies, and then you got the glowy chest.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about sleeping quarters number 1. Guess we'll never know. Number 7. Wait, no. She searched that room.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm just missing Rosalie.
What was in crate 7?
Nobody opened it.
She just did,
No,
didn't she?
she chose.
I did a
to
perception check.
investigate the sleeping quarters downstairs.
Okay, I'll open 7.
7 has 10 carefully secured vials of an orange liquid. So it's like, if you can imagine like a piece of wood that has holes bored out that are kind of securing these vials in place so they don't slosh around.
You should drink one.
I had detect magic.
Bottoms up.
You drink one.
Do you have a spell slot?
He was a good time.
He might let you use it.
That's my last
Well, she doesn't
one.
have to
I want
inspect it,
those.
right? She can just
We're about to take
grab it
it.
and let somebody else inspect it later.
Can you say that?
You sure can.
You can.
It's gone.
Should I roll?
It wouldn't be professional.
Can I? Sorry. Can I cast a spell to detect magic on her objects?
Yes, but I would wait until you get back to the shore.
Okay,
Because this is like actively sinking ship right
gotcha.
So I should just grab these and go.
I'd say so.
now. Oh, also, Rosalie, after the storm blew away, Rosalie descended from the clouds, and so to loot this, I'm gonna assume you should detect to human form.
I don't think we should let her do anything. She just didn't
Yeah,
help
let's
out
take all
last
this
night.
loot to the shore.
And she's just like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What have you been doing for the past 10 minutes?"
Fucking seagull.
So, let's see, hang on. And also, in addition to that, Valkan has fainted from being overcome with fatigue from the battle. So somebody's got to carry him.
And I don't need to explain what happened to me, right?
I'll carry Valken.
No, you're
I'm
good.
gonna take my herbs. I'm gonna cram them in my pipe.
Ew.
I'm gonna take a toke. I'm gonna hoist Janus on my shoulder. We're going back to shore.
We go.
Okay.
Do
Can I
need
get
to do
reading
strength check?
equipment and table before I leave the room?
Do I need to do any checks to make sure I can carry Janus' fat ass?
I'm gonna say no because you've got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The swimming thing?
If it was anybody else,
Can I put my cap of water breathing on Janus and then drag Janus behind me underwater?
yeah, absolutely.
Tie him to a rope and just drag him.
Will you
Close, right?
potions that I'm carrying so I can
What'd you say?
you link the orange potions that I'm carrying so I can find them in it?
Are we gonna take a little bit? I know at level 3 everybody gets a little different. We're gonna take any time to explain some shit about each character, or just
You can if you want.
We can just do it as we go, right?
Okay, well, I'm a bear now, so.
I can detect traps now.
Nice.
For this week only. Next week I might change up my shed.
Okay.
Because I'm supposed to be an assassin, but I have to be a thief because D&D Beyond's greedy. We'll see.
Alright, so, you guys have all taken your stuff back to the shore, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yep.
What are you doing with this guard?
I squeeze my treasure chest into my bag of holding, and I toss this tiny little human across my giant grizzly bear shoulders, and I swim him to shore.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I can also pick locks.
So Azog, and then Doran, Dragon Valkan.
Were we allowed to loot their weapons before we left the ship, or is that not happening?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, but it's not like anybody had anything that was any better than what you all are carrying.
Did they have a hand crossbow?
Oh yeah, I was gonna check that for you. Let me pull up my sheet for that. Burning ship. Hand crossbow. Okay.
May I loot
So
it
that's-
on my way off?
Guard number 3 and guard number 4. So you could just take the one from guard number 3 since you're taking him.
By the way, I found my dice.
Oh my god.
All right.
Play
Wow.
Magic the Gathering.
I have acquired a hand crossbow.
Okay, so you take guard number 3. This is Azog. Everybody off shit. And shit has sucked. Okay, that's the same shit.
Alright.
So, what are you all doing now? You've kidnapped a guard. Helix and Harold Tuck are back on your ship. And yeah, what are you doing now?
I like the idea of a long rest team.
Yeah.
We have Harold tied up. He's not going to escape, is he? So we need to have
The DM said that
We
was
can-
the last tied knot somebody ever tied.
If we
Yeah,
go,
somebody crit that knot, so he's not getting out.
if we go back to the ship, we can take turns having watch. Like
I agree.
we
Can we do that
can.
on a long rest? Can we take turns watching on a long rest?
I am quite dreary.
Yeah, I would think so, because you'd have to rotate it. Like, somebody couldn't stay up all night,
Right.
then they wouldn't get the long rest.
Right.
So if somebody doesn't need a long rest, they could volunteer to keep up.
I'm pretty good with
Well,
a
I think
short
everybody
rest.
needs it. I will say that you're on Krisk right now, right?
Yep.
So the nearest inn is going to be on the,
Let me know what they decide. I'm gonna get
sorry, in the biggest
Okay.
populated area of Krisk, which just so happens to be the aptly named Criskin Bay.
How far is that? How far away is it?
That's probably an hour and a half walk from where you are.
Okay. Are we cool to let Helix and Harold Tuck still stay on the boat, or where we want to
If
bring
we
them?
take a long rest, do we like? Is it just like a sober?
No, like we'll stop and then pick it up next week. Is that what you want to do?
No. Let's just say, wait a minute.
Yeah, it'll just be like,
I
okay,
think
you
we
take
need
a
to
long
go get
rest.
a long rest, boys, and do a little reflection since we all leveled up.
I need it real bad.
But- Okay, so your whole party is going to Kristen Bay?
Let's go get Helix and Hail Tuck, and we'll go to the end.
I think that's smart because we're not that far away from them. We're just on the other side of the sandbar, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Let's scoop them up. I'm a bear, so I can carry 2 people.
Okay. So when you arrive back at your ship, you see that it has been torn apart, like not sunk,
Fuck you,
but
Mongolians.
it's been obviously searched. Everything is strewn everywhere. Helix is gone, and Harold Tuck is still passed out and hogtied where you are.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, I'll grab Harold Tuck.
Helix never stood a chance in this world.
Alright, so let's get Hail Tuck and let's go have a
I agree. We got a guard. We got Harold Tuck. We got all kinds of very good. After we long rest.
So you're going to the inn? Correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna drag you guys to the overall map. Just so I can ping stuff while we do things and stuff.
So are we still on Krisk right now? What
You are. So you finish the battle on this side of the sandbar. No, why can't I ping? You guys see that ping?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the western side of the island. The eastern side of the island is where your ship is. The bay is just up the coast right here.
Okay.
That has the inn and the brothels and whatever else you might fancy. So that's where your whole party's going, correct? To Criskin Bay?
I think so.
to seek out an inn. And you have 2 prisoners, one of which is hogtied. Did anybody tie up the guard?
Yeah, we tied him up before we ended things yesterday
Okay.
or last week.
So as you're going through the town there in Criskin Bay, you're kind of getting funny looks from a lot of people and hearing whispers of treason and what are they doing and that kind of stuff. Because this Harold Tuck guy, pretty well known on this island, obviously. When you approach the innkeeper wants to know why you have their fearless leader hogtied. And he's not going to let you in until
He's
you
a
explain
traitorous
this.
bastard. He's a traitorous bastard that was trying to sell us out to some foreign dignitary.
Yeah,
How
let's
do
show
you
him the
know
note. We got a note. I'll show him the note and say this
Yeah.
is proof that he was betraying you, and we're just going to get a quick nap in your lodging and then take him to the council at Vorel.
And do I hold any authority on other islands full of my
No.
own island?
No.
Okay.
So
Then yeah, let's just show him the note.
So the innkeeper reads a note and then says, that doesn't sound like Harold. How do you even know it's him that wrote this?
And signed
Right.
Harold.
See that
and
big old
He had
sig-
it in his possession.
Yeah, that doesn't look like his signature to me.
Can we
So how do you-
intimidate?
Yeah, I'm about to just give us a room, bro. I've got high intimidation.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I want to attempt to intimidate this guy.
Or wait. Should we try persuasion though first before we scare this guy?
Yeah, no, I was thinking that too. For
Yeah,
persuasion
let's try
first.
persuasion. Yeah, I
Okay,
got
let's
0
wait a second.
persuasion.
I got +3.
I think Lyric is persuasive. Let me see. Yeah, she's +5.
Hell yeah, she's persuasive. She's persuasive AF.
She's AFK though, so
Oh.
hold on. Let me track down persuasive Maestro. Oh no, we want you to persuade someone.
Well, let's at least try to persuade or intimidate him. You crazy galoot.
Nah, man, mine was building the wall.
Like, nah, yeah. we must protect this house.
Well, who had +3 persuasion?
Yeah, go ahead and persuade him, Lywin. Come
Yeah.
on.
I'm +5 on
Yeah.
intimidation.
Yeah, but you're +3
Right.
on persuasion to do that.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, here she is. Here's the bard. Persuade.
Lord, we found her.
We're trying to persuade the innkeeper that Harold Tuck is evil based on the note that we have.
So just talking to them?
So talk to the lot. He's like the innkeeper.
I forgot what the note said.
It's a little too, actually.
Try to persuade him that Harold's bad. Or is a traitor to the cause of the island.
We want to sleep at this guy's place.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Harold
want to let
is
us.
stealing all the townspeople's items.
'Cause we
all
have-
the magical treasures, their heirlooms.
He doesn't want to let you sleep there?
Because we have their master, like Harold Tuck is their ruler in that island. We've got him hogtied.
How is he a ruler if he's a jerk?
He's the constable. They elected him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember.
People can elect jerks. It happens.
Hashtag France.
Okay, so I'm just explaining to him that this guy.
Persuade him. That he's
Persuade
bad.
him? How do I
the
persuade him?
innkeeper that he's bad.
Harold Tuck is bad.
You're gonna have to roll, so I mean you don't have to do that good.
So what exactly, before you roll, what exactly are you saying to this innkeeper?
Wait, what? Are we just persuading him that it's?
No, I'm asking Lyric
Oh,
what
sorry.
she's saying to the innkeeper.
He's collecting goods and lying to you. Is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
Okay. He's collecting goods and lying to you, and we brought him here for justice. Let us stay.
Okay, make your roll.
+5.
Okay. Fern. Really?
Alright, I'm gonna handle the boys.
So the innkeeper kind of looks Lyric up and down and says, "No, I've
Listen.
known this man my entire life. I don't know who you are, but I trust him and not you. And the way I see it, you've got our leader tied up right now. So why shouldn't we all just take him back from
My
you?"
roll sucks.
Alright, Innkeeper, me and you one-on-one. Alright, we're going to talk here, alright? I'm getting sick of this.
What was
Listen,
Rosalie say?
we had,
Should we heal up before we start talking shit?
no,
Like,
I have plus 3.
listen, we have foreign invaders coming on our soil. You're going to either let us stay this in, or when we get all this sorted out, I'm coming back for you with a vengeance.
Well, what was Rosalie gonna do?
You're about to get us killed, brother.
What
I
were
was
you?
just saying that I could try, because I have plus 3 persuasion.
Can we do a double up on the persuasion?
Yeah, I'll give you one more.
Let me intimidate this guy.
You're about to piss him off, so you
I'm
got one
not
shot.
pissed.
Nah, we're holding you back.
Ireland does not tolerate this bullshit. I have
So,
a burning
Rosalie-
fury inside of me.
Rosalie, what are you saying to the innkeeper to try to persuade him to let you stay?
He's not lying, we were all there.
So you're gonna roll d20. What's your persuasion roll? I don't know what your persuasion modifier is. You're gonna have to figure that out. Okay. So roll a d20 plus 2.
Come on. Is she using real dice? Oh!
He's in the living room.
Oh no, the dog just unplugged my laptop.
Oh no. Alright, 16.
Alright, so the innkeeper kind of looks at Rosalie for a minute, looks her up and down, gets a little shifty in his pants, you know? And he says, "Okay, fine. You all look like shit. You could probably use the sleep anyway. But whoever the heck you have tied up that's not Harold Tuck is not staying in my inn."
Wanna intimidate him now?
Ooh.
Listen, I'm gonna stop at nothing to figure out who these bad
I mean,
people
I don't
are.
think we can intimidate a little bit. We could be like, yes, he can, at least, right? We could intimidate a little bit for like to let the guard stay, because we need a safe space anyway to interrogate the dude.
Well, here I'm afraid to intimidate this guy in a town of people we don't know. I'm afraid we're gonna get in a fight.
At this point, you've been going back and forth. It has started to draw a crowd.
Yeah.
You got a small crowd watching this interaction.
Can we? So let's.
We can have somebody just stay outside with him, like rotate through.
So,
We go for one more persuasion.
so that's what I was gonna suggest. Is what Rosalie said. I don't mind to take a short rest if somebody can also take a short rest and split this up with me. I'll take first shift and watch dumbass outside the inn, as long as somebody will relieve me in like 4 hours.
The problem is, I can't do it because of Paladin. Short rests really don't do shit for me. I have
That's fine. Someone else may be able to.
all my spells and stuff are
Let
long
me,
rest.
let me read my thing.
I need a long rest too. I'm out.
Is a short rest heal my hit points?
No.
Don't you roll like?
Hit dice. So on your character sheet, where you have hit dice, you can roll however many hit dice you have and regain that many hit points.
Well, DM, can we at least try a persuasion one more time from a different person?
I
No.
can roll.
Where's
I
the
can
hit
do
dice
it
at?
if
Give
you're
me one
a
more.
friendly creature
Yeah.
who can hear you.
Should we put 2 people on a short break to
points
go
at
watch
the end
this
of a
guy
short
at a
rest
time?
by spending
Like
one or
an
more
idea.
hit dice.
What'd you say, David?
No,
You think
I
one
think-
person is enough to watch this guy at a
No, the
time?
excellence idea is
Read
like
this song
for
of
4
rest. I
hours,
think if
somebody
we
stays
did that,
outside
I
and
can
have a
do
short
it
rest,
for you
and
and me,
somebody,
right?
and somebody
Pardon?
inside short
Song
rest
of
and
rest
switch.
is
They only
the
get short rest.
bonus
nobody
action.
gets long rest for 8 hours.
But you need a long rest for your bardic inspiration.
But it's not
I just feel like
bardic
we could easily put
inspiration.
2
Yeah, but
people
we
out there
want you
watching
to
it.
get bardic inspiration back because
Yeah,
we're gonna
but
have combat.
You needed more people short rested.
Well, yeah, but who doesn't need a long rest?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, Rosalie didn't do nothing last fight. It was just
All right, so that's Rosalie and David. Then we got 2 to split it up. Then
No,
right?
Rosalie.
I need the rest, but
Rosalie and Lancelot would do it.
Lancelot, yeah. I thought Lancelot was David. I'm sorry.
All right, Rosalie, I'll take first shift. Come get me in like 4 hours.
Okay.
All right.
Very good, Thea.
Yep, so everybody except Rosalie and Lancelot take a long rest overnight.
Does that mean I
So
regain
that's,
all my hit points?
you basically, you're resetting. Your full health, you get all your spell slot stats, you get all your passive, you know, your innate class abilities, all that stuff, you get all that back. Lancelot and Rosalie, you can spend your hit dice to regain hit points.
I'm max health.
How do I do that?
What's your current health, honey? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. You're full health too, but you have no more hit dice. So if you've spent hit dice, you also regain them in the long rest. Okay? Any questions about long rest, short rest?
Yeah, do we do anything other than like, do we have to do anything? Do we have to make any rolls or anything?
Nope, no rolls for it. This is our first time, so I want to take it slow and make sure everybody's good with what's going on.
How do you see where your hit dice are?
It's on the character sheet.
It's under your hit points.
It's underneath your max HP. Who is it? Who's asking that, Dorn?
Yeah.
You're at 3d8.
Yeah, mine doesn't show on
D&D Beyond, there's nothing there.
Nothing, right?
No.
I'm just adding back all my points.
Leowyn, your
You get
hit
everything
dice
back.
is 3d10.
Like a brand new character.
I don't have to, so we did
The long rest, yeah.
So during this long rest and time reflection, I have evolved.
Okay, yeah, I see
Have you evolved?
Evolved like a woman.
Venusaur now?
What's like a metapod?
So, the reason why I was so pushy outside is because I've taken a sacred oath now, an oath of vengeance, which essentially I'm 100% devoted to catching these people that are coming at us. Nothing will stop me, no matter who it is. And when we were fighting earlier, even though I'm a paladin, I'm super holy and want to be really nice to people and stuff, I really like the violence for some reason. Like it really made me happy, and I really thrived in it. And so I've taken an oath of it. So it's just something to look forward to.
Thanks. That's a Nike commercial.
What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
I said I finished my commercial, so I'm all in. Alright, so Rosalie and Lancelot.
Yes.
What check is this gonna be? Wow, delicious. I want each of you to roll.
Oh,
Okay. I'm pretty perceptive. No.
She's so small.
She's behind her book. She's studying for her Florida law test so we can move to Florida.
Hey, Amber.
Gosh, that's just doubly gross.
oh
Right here.
Kaylee? Oh, Kaylee, what? Okay.
She's got 2 daggers on her.
Okay, okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
There's
So,
two.
Lancelot, when he does his watch, he doesn't know the shit. He's just out there, like, nodding off.
To the front.
And then he finally goes in and goes to bed.
Literally.
Then Rosalie comes out to do her watch with the guard. She notices in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m., that there are several hooded, cloaked figures that come to check on either her or the guard. She doesn't know. But she can see these hooded figures because they're not being super stealthy and because she rolled a freaking 20. They think they're being stealthy, but not to Rosalie, apparently.
Yes.
So, at least 3 times you see multiple cloaked figures that kind of peek their heads out from around corners and in bushes, trying to see what's going on. Maybe try to see if the guard's guard has fallen asleep, would be your suspicion. But you remain awake the whole time and nothing else ever comes of it.
Fuck him.
Dude, can she try to interrogate the guy while she's watching it?
She wants to.
Can she like, yeah, Rosalie, try to get some information.
You're asleep, man. You can't say nothing.
Just saying. Before we go in.
Do I have an interrogation step?
So I actually wrote out a little thing for interrogation. So it's going to be 2 checks. And it's actually, I got this from a forum where some super nerd posted and then a bigger super nerd answered. So,
The sweatiest of the nerds.
Right.
Beard's delight.
a forum for 5e. So interrogation is going to work like this. You're going to ask a question, and that is going to be a charisma check. No, hang on.
Charisma.
+5 on charisma.
Charisma or
Sorry, I'm
intimidation?
reading the wrong paragraph. Each question is 2 rolls. The first is intimidation, which is a charisma modifier. The subject answers the question, and then your second roll is going to be a wisdom insight check to see if he's telling the truth or not. And as the interrogation goes on, the first check becomes easier because you're wearing him down, but the second check becomes harder because it's harder to tell if he's being honest or not.
Okay.
Makes sense?
How many questions per person?
Many as you want to do, but they get more dangerous each time because you don't know if it's a true answer or not.
Okay.
Let's try Harold first.
Well, who's got the better intimidation?
This guy, raise his
Oh,
hand.
wait. We're still in the night right now. Is Rosalie gonna
You're right.
try to question the guard in the night, or do you just want to pass it to the next morning?
Let's just wait till morning because I don't know what to ask.
Fair enough.
I like that.
So it's morning. Everybody's finished their rest. Everybody's kind of waking up. The town's starting to hustle and bustle with breakfast and trade and all that stuff. It's like the opening scene of Beauty and the Beast, right? Bonjour, you know.
I do a perception check to see if there's anybody shady that's in the crowd.
Yeah, there's plenty of
See if
shady
I
people in the
just see if I
crowd.
recognize anybody.
Yeah, you can do that to see if you recognize anybody.
Alright. Rolled an 18 plus 3.
Okay. You recognize about 9 people. They are the people in your party, plus the guard, plus Harold Tuck, plus the innkeeper.
So that's enlightening.
So what are you guys doing now that everybody's all rested up and, well, for the most part, and you've still got 2 prisoners?
Can we deliver these prisoners to Vorl? Isn't that our main objective?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually might be a good idea. Save the interrogation for in front of the rest of the constables.
I mean, if anything, they'll get to help us on rolls, seeing if he's full of shit or not. So I suggest that our party moves to the ship and sails to Vorl.
Yeah, we could interrogate him on the ship too if we wanted.
Right, and DM said that the ship's not like sinking or anything. It's just been all disheveled, so it's still working. I think that's a great idea, and plus it gives heat to whatever we say, so we don't have people in Vorl being like, "I don't believe you."
Yeah, let's get out of the fort.
I agree. Let's do it.
Did the innkeeper charge us?
Fucking intimidating.
I didn't think about that. That's a good question.
Yeah. Didn't we all get like X amount of money?
You got a shitload of orthos.
Orthos is what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much Orthos was it?
Let's say at an inn like this in a big city, he'd probably charge you 50 each
Orthos?
for the night.
Yeah, we got 14.28 each right now total.
Yeah, I'm down to. Alright, we pay him.
You a fan?
Yeah. I got cash. Here you go. Flipping my
Do I need to reserve
coins.
50 for mine too.
Yes. Everybody take out 50.
1377. Write it down.
1377.
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah. I can't add.
Yeah.
Don't write it down.
Alright.
1378.
Where for cash?
Mm-hmm.
How much was I supposed to have? Because I don't have any
1428. You're supposed to have 1428.
gold, copper.
Orthos.
Electrum is orthos.
1400.
1428. Yeah, DM, do you mind if we use a D&D Beyond equivalent?
Yeah, he
That's-
did. He said
It's
electrum.
the one that's not gold, silver, platinum. There's like a weird one in there.
Electrum.
Electrum. Yeah,
Electrum,
use that one.
Yeah.
There's just 50 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You should have 1378 after you.
So you guys are going. Did I hear correctly that you're going straight to Oral?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're taking your prisoners with you.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I hate
2 minutes to set up this map.
can't get a home
I didn't think you were just gonna go straight there.
until I get my paper.
Gotta keep the DM on his toes.
Very limiting.
You guys want to eat some beef? I have a bunch of packaged salted meats.
Yeah, we forgot to identify all that shit.
It
So Can we do
would.
that on the boat ride?
I would like to try to identify my herbs.
Yeah, you would.
Study them. You know, maybe smoke 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do while I set up this map.
Hey, Azog, you want some of my salted meat?
Heck yes. By the way, I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm a bear, so I need lots of meat. I'm trying to have a counter to see how many times I say that tonight.
Can I have a number of how many packaged salted meat?
A number.
Yeah.
Let's say there's 6 of each. Small packages, like the little paper packages you get from Kroger.
Yeah. Do we need to like keep track of eating and stuff, or is that just like?
It's a good question.
For this campaign, I would
Please
say no.
Yeah.
That's a lot to keep track of, and it kind of doesn't really add anything to the experience, I don't think.
Gotcha.
But, you know, there could be a situation where, for whatever reason, you're short on supplies, short on food, and we might temporarily track it in that case.
Here you go, Azog. I'm gonna give you one of my venison packages.
Nice.
Feed the bear.
Rah. All right, so I'm gonna start using my giant bear paws and claw open this gesticle.
So, are you like intelligent, Mr. Bear? Or...
Yes. Imagine a centaur, but without like the horse body and the human thing. In fact, it's not a centaur at all.
How does that mean?
I just have the physical appearance of a giant bear.
So, you're a
But I still
talking
wear
bear.
armor. Oh, you know what it is? Imagine I'm a bear from Narnia. Boom. Boom. I can talk. I'm intelligent. I got all the. I can wear armor stuff.
You're
And
kind of like a circus act, a talking bear.
okay, hurtful, but not untrue. Also, because I'm so giant flip enormous, I can hold my great axe with one hand. However, I still need both hands to swing and use.
So what's the benefit of carrying it with
You know what? I don't know, but my totem has an axe in one hand, so I needed that to make sense.
Alright.
So, there you go. Also, I have an amulet now, but as far as you guys are all concerned, I've had it this whole time, and it doesn't. Just it's just.
I keep an eye on Dorian.
He's on vacation, Chloe. Alright, I'm good with the map. So, you guys want to do some stuff to this loot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you get the chest that was in the water?
I did.
Who's doing what?
Well, I want to. What kind of check it needs to happen to open that
Does
thing?
detect
I
magic?
might want to pass it off to someone who's more likely to open it.
Does it
I
cost a
can,
spell slot?
Yes, it does.
Let me see here.
I'm not gonna
Well,
use it.
is it a perception? Like, is
Somebody
it
has
I
like
can
players
use
on
the-
the street.
I can
so
use the
they can
thieves
roll
tool
that.
to open a lock if you need me to.
Ooh, yeah. Let me pass that shit to Doran and let him pry that shit.
Yeah, with my fast hands, I would like to try to open the shit. I guess it's a dexterity check.
Yeah, roll a dexterity check.
Boom.
Let's see what my dexterity is. +2. 9.
You get any pluses to it?
So you
Yeah.
said you had a toolkit of some
I got
kind
it,
that you're
yeah.
using?
+2. I got an 11. I'm using thieves tools.
What exactly are the thieves tools? How involved is that?
So when I hit level 3, I think the thieves tools. I thought I started with this.
Well, I mean, like physically, can you describe them? Are they like long, skinny metal toothpicks that you're getting in there and trying to do stuff? Or what is it?
Let me see. Thieves. I have no idea, man.
Should I say he's naked?
Well, I'm asking because it's up to you. So you describe it.
It should be in your equipment on
is
D&D
naked.
Beyond.
If there's no description, then just
Full
make it up.
frontal naked.
Alright, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Say
gonna
that?
slip the skinny lockpick into the keyhole, fidget around for a second, till I hear something pop.
That's what I try to do too, man.
Dear God. Okay. So as you start to do that, you feel the pit kind of heat up in your hands, and it keeps getting hotter and hotter to the point where you can't even hold it anymore. So you drop it on the ground, and your lockpick just kind of melts away into nothingness, kind of Thanos finger snapping style. Just
Well, that ain't good.
What now?
What's PVH stand for? On the player's handbook, never mind.
What other options do we have to open this chest?
you tell me. It's your party.
Oh, can I just use my giant bear paws and rip it open? By the way, I said bear again.
You can try.
Alright, I'm doing it. I'm just gonna be
Would that be a strength check?
Athletics.
be
Well, I have
careful.
a +5 to athletics.
Oh.
I can-
Because what?
Let me try to do it. I have +5 to
I'm
athletics.
just, like, my hand is this small thing, so Amber's concerned about my paws, guys, sorry. So I'm just gonna...
His balls melt off. Oh my god. Just
So
all over
athletics?
the air. I have +5 to athletics. You sure you want me to do it?
I'm +5 too, so...
Alright.
so.
Go get it, Yogi.
Boom!
Okay. So you're gonna try to go like both paws or one paw.
Well, I'm imagining that I gotta
How
hold
many
it.
balls does he
So, like,
Open the chest.
like I'm just gonna. I figured I'd like that.
So you're kind of holding it in like your elbow, and then you're with the other hand.
He's
Right?
very dexterous.
Do I have a box of any? I don't think I do, but yeah.
Okay. So as you, it kind of there's a little. How do I describe it? I don't know. Why don't I just use my words? So everybody kind of feels like this tingliness in the air, and then you, as Azog, you feel a huge static shock on your right paw as you try to rip it, and you drop the chest, and it's still not open, but you now have no feeling in your right paw.
For
A
is
19?
that like indefinitely?
You have no idea.
Okay.
Do we have any kind
So,
of any
for
kind
the
of
time being-
spellcasters? Like, obviously it's magic. Can we like?
Hang on.
deep
For the
use
time
magic?
being, you can only use one-handed weapons.
What? Oh. Don't you hoot me? I got a 19. I thought that was. I don't know.
Does anybody have like a like a?
Would anyone else like to try to open the chest?
I have thieves' tools.
Can we?
I don't know, man. You might want to save those tools. Mine just got evaporated.
Who has a magic check? Can somebody do like a magic check? Or
Yeah, is there like a magic thingy, like some kind of magic defuse magic
Arcana.
or something?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check. That would be.
So Rosalie or Lyric should do it. Since aren't y'all like casters or something?
It's intellect based or intelligence, whatever.
Well, I'm pretty stupid. I have a mind. So.
Arcana, yeah.
I have +2.
I have a +2.
Yeah, you guys should.
Yep. So one of you guys can roll Arcana.
while they're doing all this point, can I like take a rest in the ship. I thought you said take a shit.
I did too. What did you say?
There's a bear shit in the woods.
Yeah, can I like limper off and like let you guys try to like figure that out while I take a short rest in the back of the boat and try to rest my paw?
Well, you gotta wipe with your left hand, but yeah.
Okay.
I can let Rose lead it.
All right, I'm gonna do a short rest.
I've been rolling really bad, so.
Arcana check,
Okay.
go. 16.
Arcana check. So Rosalie, like, hey, give me that. Picks up the chest, kind of gives it a once over, spins it around, shakes it like a Christmas present. Notices that it seems to be humming with some kind of energy source, and she's never seen anything like it before, but knows that it's bound by a spell much more powerful than anything you have ever seen.
I was looking at these stupid use my detect magic spell.
Well, I can't say anything. I'm sleeping.
Let's take it to Vorel.
Yeah, I guess we're going to Vorel. There's not much else. Is there any other items to look at, guys?
There's the orange liquid that Kaylee got.
Yeah, Kaylee, did you drink one yet?
Sleeping.
Are you guys a little afraid that people in Boreal might not be peaceful?
That's the home base. That's where we departed from. That's where everybody was meeting.
Okay, that would be good.
So, what would be a check on the liquid? Like, figure out what the perception, medicine.
Yeah, I'd say medicine.
Also, DM, how long have we been away from the island of?
You cut off at the end. What was that?
Cutting out.
Oh, sorry. How long have we been away? How long has it been since we departed world the first time? This is general knowledge.
2 days?
2 days. Okay.
2 days.
Yeah, because I think there was 1 day of travel in our very first session. So then you spent last night in the inn, so it's been 2 days since the start of the campaign.
Go
So
ahead,
you've got like, I think 8 days left until the end of the king's timer, right? Because he gave you a fortnight.
Yeah.
Wait, Fortnite's more than 10 days.
No, Fortnite's 14 days.
Yeah, Fortnite's 14 days.
Yeah, but the campaign started after the ships showed up.
Okay. I say Rosalie roll her medicine check on this file.
Okay.
What's your medicine?
Oh god, no. I'm not rolling. It's a 1.
Mm.
It's really low.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Can she roll her medicine
Rosalind
check?
thinks that it looks like orange Powerade, but there's no way to know for sure.
Pour it all over your body, see what happens. Does anybody else have medicine they can roll? I might as well.
I've got some herbs that maybe Rosalie can check out.
I have a +1 because I
Yeah, she could do that if you want to redeem yourself on
What's
the
your
herbs.
medicine, Larry?
I have a +1.
Roll on the orange vial.
Go over here and check out these herbs.
God, Rosalie sucks with the medicine.
That's okay. This one was not a hard one. The herbs are cooking spices. So you've got like, pepper, thyme, rosemary, oregano, that kind of thing.
Reefer.
I wish.
Technically can cook with reefer.
Yeah. Had some pretty killer cookies in my day.
Roll.
Alright, Larry. You want to roll for the vials and figure out what
Just
this is?
flavor.
Yeah, I'll give you one more roll on the vials.
Please be good.
If no, Rosalie was gonna try it, right?
Oh, Rosalie gets to. Okay, I thought you.
Good.
Yeah.
Do it, Rosalie.
I thought. No, wait. Did I get that backwards? Who rolled the 1?
Rosalie.
Oh, sorry, I thought Lyric rolled the 1.
Nope.
Well, okay, you both sucked on it, so it doesn't really matter. So Rosalie is the one that thought, oh, hey guys, it's Orange Powerade. And then Lyric comes in and says, no, this is Orange Gatorade.
I think we should feed it to the bear.
But the rest of the group is kind of like, I don't think they know what they're talking.
Oh man, that was weird.
Alright, let's go to war.
Put your hand right here. I'm sorry. He rolled all the way over.
Anything else you guys want to do on Chris?
Nope, I want to go to Voral.
Okay.
Oh, but no. He was like, roll, and there's
Drag.
Let's go to Boral.
So you're too hot in the heating pad?
It's off.
Looks
Let me know
on,
when you
it's
see
on
the new
high.
map.
Told you
It's
guys.
turned off though, is what I'm saying.
What's this guy's like
Not on
like
right now.
next level?
So,
It's
you made your way to the docks trying to leave Chris, where your boat is parked.
Oh, wait.
you-
I thought we were already on the boat. I took a short rest. On the boat.
unnerving.
Thought we were already there.
No, sorry, I missed that. You're not on the boat.
Okay, alright.
Do you want to move your
Sorry.
head?
It's all good. So you're greeted at the docks. This group of people is in between you and your ship. You've got these four in the front here are the other constables. You've got another crew of Kingsmen, one of the messengers from another island, you don't know which, and his guards. So this group in the back, that's all the green cloak Kingsmen. And the group in the front, that's your buddies, the other constables. And this one right here is Tidwell, so the leader, ipso facto, leader of all the constables. Tidwell says that she's heard some disturbing news in the night that a group of mercenaries showed up on Chris and beat up and kidnapped the constable and is now holding him prisoner. And she demands to know what's going on.
Okay, so this is where I step in and be like, no girl, it's me. There was no bandits. I'm the crew that you sent to discover what happened to Harold Tuck. We got here, he was all like, crazy man. So we kind of defeated him and detained him, and we found evidence of his betrayal. And not only that, we even sabotaged the boat, the King's boat that was docked on Chris, and even and completed our mission that you sent us on in the beginning, and actually did also find a guard and that we were on our way to bring back to you to interrogate for information. So we completed our quest. We discovered what happened to Harold Tuck, and we discovered a treachery amongst our constables.
So not only did you sabotage the ship that we were trying to make peace with, you are claiming that one of our own is a traitor based on what?
Oh, well, based on the fact that he attacked us, first of all. Second, we found a note and like a little care package that he was trying to give the king. And let me remind you, please and thank you, that no, we are not trying to make peace with this thing. We don't even know what to make peace with. We're only trying to get information. And it just so happened that the boat went down in the process, but we still have the guard to get the information you requested. Trick.
So the messenger steps forward to Azog, and he asks, what exactly happened to our ship?
I'm gonna back on Azog up. I'm standing beside him. They
So
crossed my wires.
at this point, back here behind you guys, you've started to draw a crowd of people again.
Okay.
Because you've already raised some suspicions in this town. And people are kind of talking about you, and they see this interaction now with all these bigwigs and important people and armed guards.
Right.
So you're naturally drawing a crowd with this interaction, just so you know.
This is great. Okay, so what happened? See, what had happened was the boat started to catch fire as we approached it, and then and while we're on it to try to talk to a guard and get one for some information.
Which they kidnapped.
Tentacles. You're right. Tentacles come out of nowhere from the sea, and it started attacking everybody, including the ship. And after the tentacles had their way with it, a giant flippin' turtle came up and started biting at the ship too. So really, the ship was destroyed by a combination of an unknown fire, or a fire with unknown
Stop talking.
a
Stop
giant
talking.
turtle, and tentacles that came out of the ocean.
I don't even believe your mouth was there.
All right.
roll or not persuasion. Roll deception.
Deception. It's the truth.
It's not the truth. Because you guys started the fire,
No,
so you
no,
have to
they
roll
kidnapped
deception
Doran.
for that.
No,
And
they
you have to
kidnapped
roll.
Doran,
Yeah,
man.
just do the deception roll.
Okay.
Everybody or just him?
Just him. He's the one talking.
Damn it. Tell him about Doran, man.
Should,
Wait, do you not have a plus to your deception?
I do not. +0.
Plus 3.
And roll persuasion on the rest of that crap that you just said.
I was there, and I don't even believe it.
Oh, I thought, Leland, I thought you did add the thing. I thought you added the Doran stuff while I was talking. I thought you added
No, can I not tell them? Hey, they kidnapped Doran, so we went on the boat to rescue him.
No, at this point, this is right at the end of Lyman's sentence, so no one has had time to say anything now. Not Lyman, Hazel, I'm sorry.
Our bear's drunk.
I mean, I have to hold some sort of respect. I mean, I feel like I should. I mean, I've been a constable for a while. These people know me. I'm not known to be a liar. I'm not known to be.
Well, that's all well and good, but this messenger doesn't know you from Adam. So he spits at your feet and says, "You're a dirty, furry liar."
Whoa, we won't.
You had
No one
idea
talks to
what you're
Yogi
talking
that
about.
way.
Persuasion.
There's no such thing as giant turtles and tentacles come out of the ocean. And the messenger turns to Tidwell and says, "This guy is clearly out of his mind. They're obviously the ones that kidnapped Harold Flagg. We need to take them."
Talking about my friend that way.
Can I do a perception check of the crowd that's
You're
watching?
not talking in Discord, Kaylee.
I want to
Can
go
we
around.
can you show them the note? Is that
Did you roll? Did his rolls count? Did they work?
I want to see if
I
it's
have
orange.
I got +0 on persuasion and deception. So
They
this
obviously. So you're not here what I just said? No, they didn't work.
didn't work. Okay.
Yeah.
All
He
right, well,
spotted
I'm
his
gonna
feet,
step up.
cussed him out, and told Tidwell that we need to take these people into custody.
Yeah, I tried. Okay, how about this? I explained to Kitty, they kidnapped Doran, this little rogue dude we got over here, and so we went on the boat to get him back, and they immediately attacked us.
Why would they? This is Tidwell talking. Why would they kidnap one of your party for no reason?
One of our party, he swam out there to try to get on the boat to talk to him, and they immediately took him into custody.
So he tried to sneak onto this boat.
No. He
Mad,
climbed
you're
up.
upset that he got kidnapped?
No, he climbed
That
up
was
to
the-
talk to them.
But that was the mission Tidwell sent us on in the first place. Grab a guard for information and find out what happened to Harold Tuck, why he was missing from the meeting.
I have no idea. This is Tidwell talking still. I have no idea why you would accuse me of such a plan. We've been trying to do nothing but make peace with the King's Men since their arrival.
Et tu, Brute, et tu.
This bitch is on some hypnotized or something. Like,
Oh,
Let me see your
can I
spells.
try to, like,
what do we do? What do we do? I mean, I don't want
I'll
to
tell you what, we're not going to be taking it.
much in there.
We'll give their guard back, and we'll release Harold Tuck, but we're not going to jail. 'Cause
So as this exchange is going on, the guards are going to start to move forward a little bit. Just kind of get in position.
Lyman starts stretching.
And the crowd behind you now has
How
built
much does he
to,
have on intimidation?
you know, it's 4 people deep. It's as far as you can see in either direction. There's hundreds
I
of
have
people.
7.
Can I check? Can I do a danger check? I got something called danger sense. I have an advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see. Does that apply here?
Read it again.
Danger sense, player handbook 48. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see while not blinded, dependent, or deafened, or incapacitated.
No, that wouldn't apply here.
Can I address the crowd?
Sure.
Alright, so Lyman turns around and says, "People of Chris, listen. I know that Harold Tuck is your constable, and that y'all trusted him. But the truth is, me and my companions were traveling to find this ship that this messenger has brought, one of their flagships. And Harold Tuck immediately attacked us with 2 of his guards. Once we defeated Mr. Tuck,
No, too long. You get hit with a tomato thrown from somebody in the crowd, and they yell out, "You're a liar! Go back to wherever you came from."
I point at the motherfucker and call him out.
You didn't see who it was. It was just out in the crowd.
I will seek vengeance on all of you. Who
Right.
scour this land.
Leowin, intimidate him.
I'm gonna intimidate some. I'm gonna intimidate some people.
Intimidate them into believing us.
Can I
Is
do
that a
that?
thing?
DM.
I want to look into the crowd and see if there's any hostile people, anyone with weapons, or anyone that I need to be concerned about.
Okay.
Can I do it?
That would be
Intimidation?
perception. That'd be perception, Dave.
Is there a way we can like,
Wait, that's a 20.
A
Is
20.
there any-
Really?
See it?
Okay.
20 plus.
Okay. So you're gonna turn and scan the crowd, and you're gonna notice around this vicinity, pretty close to you, that there's a man who
You paying
you
again?
think it's a man. He's cloaked. He's got his hood up over his eyes where you can't really see him all that well. And with all the commotion in the crowd, he stands out because he doesn't look like a commoner. He looks wealthy because his robes are very nice. He's very clean. And you notice him because he looks so calm. With all of this chaos going around, it strikes you in a strange way that he's just kind of arms folded in front of him, not reacting, not yelling out, just very calm and collected.
Okay.
Is there a check that we can do to see if the constables are being influenced by an outside source and an outside power? Like, would that be perception?
That was hard.
Yeah, that'd be perception.
Yeah, that's what it felt
Do
like.
anybody else want to roll that, or just?
I still want to kill the dude that threw the tomato.
I got 3.
You can check that. You can do perception
Oh,
check if you want to see if Tidwell is under the influence of an external source.
Who's got the best? I got +3
Mine's shitty.
What are we rolling?
perception.
Perception.
I'm 4.
I have a 4.
Lyric will roll.
I'm rolling crappy.
Roll
Your
perception plus
webcam not working, Brian?
It is for YouTube, not for Roll20.
I'm turning on YouTube then. I want to see that YouTube.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We're here.
She said that he was naked, so.
I did.
How do I find it on YouTube?
I linked it.
Linked it in this one.
Uh, 17.
Okay, so Lyric, can I move you a little closer so you can see?
Yeah.
Let's move like right here. So you're gonna take a really close look at Tidwell right here, and you're gonna see that her eyes are bloodshot. She looks like she hasn't slept in days, and she keeps throwing shifty looks over to this messenger right here, almost as if she's afraid of him.
Ha ha ha!
Can I try to intimidate the messenger?
Sure.
I just
How?
want to try to intimidate somebody. Tell him to back up. Like, we're not going to fight him unless we have
Well,
to.
tell him to loosen his hold on her. Like, intimidate him to loosen whatever hold he has on our fearless leader.
Yeah, I like that.
Is that alright, GM?
Well, what are you saying to the messenger?
Alright, Mr. Messenger. I don't know what kind of hold you got on Titty Well here.
I knew I should have changed that name.
The old titty mistress here, but you gonna have to back off, dude. Like, this is our place, and I have actually sworn a sacred oath to defeat you and your kind.
Damn. Okay, roll it.
Bitches!
So the
Flex.
messenger
Flex!
turns and looks at Lyle and
Yeah.
sees that he's this big, scary, foreign paladin, freaking freak of nature.
This
Hey, you're
America,
Aasimar,
motherfucker.
right? You're Aasimar. You're not from
Okay.
here.
Oh, yeah. Good.
You're like a weird half god thing. But
Fuck yeah, I am. I'm like,
Your
Colombian shit.
backstory. All right. So the
Thank you,
messenger,
DM. I
just
appreciate
kind of
that.
fearing for his life, he just kind of takes a step back and yells for backup from his guards.
Oh, God.
So I need all you guys to roll initiative.
Alright, boys, let's do it.
what's the initiative
What's
again?
initiative?
It's gonna be your dex.
Is it a D?
Is it that?
D20
It's
plus?
D20 plus initiative, yeah. Initiative's on the top middle of your.
Are you guys supposed to be starting that far back? Rosalie and Lancelot?
You are where you are.
Oh yeah, I want to be back here.
Who am I missing? Everybody?
Me. I'm just gonna do this one then. It's initiative.
Everybody see turn order?
Isn't that a creepy feeling?
Yes.
I mean, I mean, he's in there. It's creepy.
It's a parasite.
How am I first if I rolled a 7?
I haven't typed in the values yet.
Oh, okay.
Lyric is
Man, I hope this stoic motherfucker doesn't attack us from the crowd.
I got a sneaking suspicion that he's the king.
Lyric,
That's my my hypothesis. He's the king in disguise, right?
Aza,
His
19,
moves. On the ground level.
Rosalie,
But you don't have any cards.
7.
Okay. You have
Hi,
any
Christine.
cards and stuff?
Tell her I said hi.
Forrest says hey if you wanna. What? God, you're just like Amber.
I know.
I know, they're hot. Come here. Let me touch it.
+3.
Love you. She went Joey.
Oh. You didn't tell her I love her. I love you.
Oh, Forrest says he loves you. She said love you. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I just rolled all 4 of the guards at once.
Oh, okay.
And
Get up.
double check the ties. He's +1. Lyle and straight. So Aza first. Lancelot and Lyric.
Oh yeah, what happens in a tie between us?
Whoever has the higher modifier goes
Oh,
first.
okay.
What give me? I'm 0.
Rosalie and Doran. Doran's
Excuse me.
+2. Okay. Guard 2 is up first. He's going to shoot at the closest person to him, which is Lyle.
Oh, it's on.
Shooting a crossbow. $18, that hit.
Yeah. 16.
Alright. So, everybody's paying attention, yes?
Oh yes.
10 seconds on the clock.
So, guard 2 knocks his arrow, gets ready to release it, and again, everybody feels the same kind of crackling in the air that you felt when Azog attempted to rip the chest open. And out of nowhere, you kind of see these little glimmers of sparks that are kind of just in the air like lightning bugs. They're just, just a second and it's gone, not even a second. And all of a sudden, there's a huge clap of thunder, and water comes from under the dock and takes about half of the dock out, including all of the guards, messenger, the 3 constables in the back, with just this huge lightning explosion that destroys the dock. All these people are gone.
Nice.
Lyle went backs away slowly.
Jeepers.
Was that you, Rosalie?
The crowd, when this happens, the crowd freaks out, scatters. Everybody's running in 100 different directions.
What about this
There's
guy?
not actually going to be combat.
Oh, they're lucky.
Everybody except for one person.
That one bro.
Can we? Is
One
this
person.
What about the
He's our
dude?
homie.
The
You
wizard?
kind of turn and see that this man no longer has his hands crossed in his robe, and his hood is down, his eyes are glowing blue, and he's holding his hands out like this, and there's just a constant chain of lightning in between his hands.
Nice.
And he beckons Azog and Lyon to back away from Tidwell.
Yeah, okay. Done.
Yeah, I like that idea. I want to go stand over here.
So Tidwell, okay, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. So all these guys are dead.
I'm gonna add something. Can I add that I put the chest back in my back thing? I didn't say it because I thought it was in short rest.
That's fine. That's fine. Sorry, roll 20. Bear with me. So right here, even though it's shallow water, there's just a maelstrom, like a giant whirlpool. As long as this guy is continuing to hold his hands up, the water is spinning rapidly, and there's just crackling lightning inside this spinning maelstrom where the dock used to be. And Tidwell kind of slowly turns around and sees all the other constables dead, turns around again, says that she's sorry for everything, and then just kind of falls backwards into the maelstrom.
Is our ship still cool, by the way, there?
Your ship is fine because this maelstrom is contained to this small area where the dock was.
Got it.
It's not like this big beachfront lawn thing.
Okay. Well, gas! This is so cool.
So the wizard wants your party to come closer and gather around him. And he lowers his hands, the lightning dissipates, and the water here returns back to normal. But the dock is now just splintered and ends right at the beach.
It's kind of scary.
Well, I'm not gonna not do what he says. So. This is so cool.
Oh, I was gonna roll the damage on that. Let's see how much damage these guards took. Because I actually do have a character sheet for the wizard.
Oh my god, nice. Thanks, UP. Did you
Wow.
So they took 52 lightning damage.
A piece.
Hey, question. Can you cast multiple bonus actions in a row if you don't do a normal action? Like you just do bonus action, or does it have to be action, bonus action?
You can use whatever you're trying to do as a bonus action, you can do that as your action.
So you can do 2 bonus actions in
Center
one turn,
page.
as long as you don't
Yes,
attack right.
but that's all you can do.
Okay, alright.
Quit trying to look after my
So Lyric, Rosalie, Lyon,
Yeah, I'm coming.
you guys on board with this?
I'll stand over here.
We're standing around the wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So the wizard tells everybody to drop their weapons, first of all, because he still doesn't quite trust you.
Yep, no problem, man.
Technically, I'm unarmed because I can't hold a two-handed weapon. So.
Is everyone complying?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Dude, he's gonna
Alright,
fuck
I'll
us
put it
up.
at my feet.
I'll lay it gently.
I put it at my feet, very close.
So the wizard kind of looks Azog up and down and says, "What's wrong with your hand?"
Some crazy chest
It's a
tickle
ball. It's a ball.
from the boat is caused it to go numb, and now I can't use my big bare paws.
So hold it out, straight out in front of you.
It was the left one, right? Oh, right one.
Right. No, wrong. These are right. Wait.
Wait,
Your right arm is gonna hurt.
sorry.
So the wizard is gonna kind of put his hand around yours, and you're gonna feel like a static shock, and then feeling is gonna come back to your hand.
Ah, I love this guy. Yes.
Yo, wizard guy, what's in this chest? Why can't we
Yeah.
open it?
So that's not for you to know, and it's not your concern right now.
Ooh. Well, he's not making us give it to him, right?
No.
Okay.
So all he's going to reveal to you right now is that he is a former enforcer for the Orin Collective.
A rope.
He has been following you. Sorry, he's been following the king's ships this collection of the 5 ships that they have for the past several months. And during that time, he's seen an increased number of tentacles, turtles, octopuses, all kinds of monsters, and more than they've ever seen in his lifetime. And the previous encounter, he watched you guys in battle. He saw how handily you defeated the turtle and the tentacles, and it has given him hope that there is a group of people out here somewhere in this world that can possibly fight to restore the Orin Collective. And he reveals to you that this king dismantled the Orin Collective because he was power hungry, whatever. But the reason the Orin Collective existed in the first place was to suppress Poseidon and his minions so that man could rule over the seas. And this stupid boy king, when he came into power and dismantled the collective, he just unleashed hell on the world without even realizing.
Good. Do you know my father, Bragon?
That was great.
No. I don't know who
He
that
was.
is.
He was
So-
he was one of the council members for the Orin Collective.
Sorry, didn't know him.
So the old Orin Collective sounds great before the king took over, because those new bastards killed my father. What can we do to help you restore some sanity into this governing body?
So, oh, sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, I'm so glad that you asked that. What do you want to ask first for us?
Well, I was going to ask. So just to make sure I'm understanding this right, because the collective, as far as everybody on every average citizen in the island was aware, are just simply enforcers for the use and production of materials for Orthos, correct? And now we find out their secret duty. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, you've got it.
Got it.
So, what the wizard wants you to do is take the fastest ship in the eye, sail to the island of Cantor, which is where Sanctum is. If you remember from the very first session, Sanctum is the king's new capital city.
Mm-hmm.
It's the former council home for the Orin Collective. He conquered it, took it over, disbanded the collective. So the wizard wants you to sail to Cantor, where King Remy has taken up his home base, figure out a way to infiltrate his fortress and assassinate the king. And the wizard will accompany you on the journey, but since all of the big guys in the king's organization know his face, he can't really join you in the assassination attempt, but he can kind of help from the sidelines and in the background.
What's your name, wizard?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that, and it's not important right now.
Can I ask him to
Open the box.
help us out and enhance or enchant our all of our equipment for the tough journey ahead?
He can't personally do that, but he knows of a place where you can. And it just so happens that this is the closest cluster of islands to the eye that is on the way to Cantor. And there's a place that's rumored to have some kind of magical powers for weapons and armor, but he doesn't know anything other than rumors. And the name of the cluster is Three Rock, and it is a cluster of 3 islands, massive, way bigger than anything in the eye. They're all 3 mining islands, so they just produce iron ore. And your group would know of these because the eye is well connected and trades well with other places. So everybody in your party is aware of the existence of the Three Rocks, but nobody has ever been there, and nobody knew anything about this magical. They just thought it was boring, regular old mining island.
Can you open the box for us?
He said no earlier.
Yeah, I could open the box, but you're not ready for me to open the box yet.
Okay, Grand Wizard.
What's in the box? What's in the box? All right. Well, it seems like we have our mission.
It's the wizard's dick.
Grand Wizard, do you suggest we continue with the assassination attempt first, or should we stop by Three Rock to prepare ourselves? What is your sage counsel?
To be honest, I had all but lost hope after following these ships for so long. I didn't think there was anybody out there left in this broken world that could even attempt this mission. And the only reason that I'm choosing you hooligans is because I think you might be the only ones left that even stand a chance. But if you went straight to Cantor and tried to do it right now, you would all die.
All right, point us the way to Three Rock.
Well, wait a minute though, because Grand Wizard, we are a mere 3-4 days into the fortnight challenge that was given to us. Can we ensure protection of our people on the islands while we are gone on our mission?
No, and at this point, there's no reason to do that, because the only thing that matters is assassinating the king. Because if the king is dead, all of his bought and paid for soldiers will flee from his cause. So the best thing you could do to protect your people is to kill the king.
Got it.
All right, Wizardly Wizard, point us the way to Three Rock. Let's start moving.
Wait, can we trust this guy? I mean, look at this dude.
He just killed our enemies.
Cricket, when I wouldn't get out of here. Every
Yeah,
story has one.
Seems
He's our
pretty mad.
Just
He's
saying.
our fairy godmother.
I feel like I need to consult Athena about this.
No, I trust this guy.
He's probably sent by Athena, you ding dong.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
This guy just wiped out an entire army of people. I think we should trust him.
Yeah.
I don't know that you have a choice.
Just because he's got the biggest stick doesn't mean he trusts me.
I mean, we have him surrounded, guys.
We got 25 minutes, boys. Let's sail. Let's put a dent in this quest. Let's go.
I agree. Let's go to Three Rock. Let's do this. We got 30 minutes. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't have a map drawn for Three Rocks yet. I
Okay.
didn't think you guys were going to move that fast in this session.
Well, you can do a surrogate one if you want, or we do what happened? Where is Harold Tuck and Guard 3?
Let's go interrogate those bastards.
I didn't drag their tokens over, but they're still with you.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
interrogate them. Fuck
We
them.
just murder them.
Yeah. We still want to know. Well, I mean, we immediately have probably wait to us until we get to the island. Where the king is.
Yeah, what map was that? Crap.
Let's just
Let's extend Harold Tuck. He's a traitor's bastard.
Bear with me. So we gotta bring Guard 3 and where's my boy? Wait, where did my Harold Tuck token go?
Are we just gonna curb stomp these kids?
I mean,
Copy this guy.
I'll stop at nothing to avenge our people in this depression.
Okay. So there's Harold and the guards. You still got them with you. Now I've got content for what happens on Three Rocks. I just don't have a map. So we can do it one of two ways. You can use your imaginations and we can go to Three
Just
Rocks,
use one of the island maps. Here we go.
or you can do stuff with Harold Tuck and the guards, whichever you want.
Just use like an island. Use it in those
I'd like to do a little combat for some killing boars in the forest, gaining experience. Even if it's not on the main quest, maybe like a side quest to kill some harpies or something.
I had a side quest drawn up. Let's see.
Oh, great wizard, where may I hone my combat abilities?
That doesn't really work anymore. We can go to 3 rocks. Let me just put, let's do this. Let's recycle this. Because in 20 minutes we're not going to finish a combat, but we can start a combat.
Nice.
So let's just recycle this map. From page to page.
No,
It's kind of weird.
you were always afraid that Fern was going to do that. Darcy eats off every drawstring I own.
And paste. There, and then let's grab you guys here. This is the recycled from the Herald Cut.
Nice.
So victories on this island. So the wizard is going to come with you on this journey because
Fuck yeah.
he doesn't think. Well, I mean, he's with you on the journey, but he's going to get off the ship at 3 rocks.
DM, how long does a ritual take?
Depends on the ritual.
Because I have something that allows me to speak with animals that I've seen somewhere. Yeah, I can like find out like where like location. I can commune with animals to find out like where location.
Is there any wanted posters or like a bounty board or something?
No, nothing like that. All you see there doesn't seem to be signs of any kind. Just kind of really run down shacks and huts and dirty people.
I'm gonna go talk to one of them and be like, "What's up?" I'm lying.
So this guy?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
So he just kind of looks at you and just says, "Looks like you have way too much money to be hanging around here. What are you doing?"
Heard you might be having some troubles. Is there any troubles in the area?
The only trouble right now is your lot.
I mean, you ain't gotta be a dick, man. I'm just trying to have a conversation with
Yeah, whatever. That guy walks off. He's not with you.
you. Good. Didn't want to talk to him anyway.
Can
Hey,
we-
what's up, little man over here?
What do you say to this guy?
Hey, man, we're here to help you guys. What's going on?
We don't need your charity from you rich people
Can I
coming
just
here
start
on your,
killing people?
coming here on your week-long mission trip just to feel better about yourself. I don't want that.
No, you're saying the wrong thing.
Don't do it.
Up our weapons and equipment.
Alright.
So
We're just
ask
mission
him that.
peasant. Please leave.
Hey, man, is there any mythical shit out here?
Yeah, like, is there anybody that can do special things to weapons?
Ask the wizard. Boys, the wizard knows. Ask the wizard.
I'm just about to start dropping some bows, alright?
The wizard has only heard rumors. He doesn't know shit about these islands.
Oh, he doesn't.
Alright, I'm gonna roll intimidation on the queef over here.
Can we-
Okay.
Alright,
Oh my god.
I want to find this mythical weapon stuff.
What are you saying to intimidate him?
Oh, boom, shakalaka. Hey, little man, you didn't tell us a weapon or some kind of magic or something special on these islands. Me and you're gonna have a chat you ain't gonna like.
Alright, so this guy kind of sees the glint of crazy in Lyron's eye and gets a little bit scared and says, "You're looking for the north side of the island.
Thank you. That's all I needed, bro.
There's a cave on the north side of the island that would interest you."
See, you gotta trust in the intimidation.
All right.
Consistency.
Can we?
Alright, let's go to the north side, boys.
Let's scurry off before they want to fight
Follow
us.
me.
Hang on. I bet I can turn this map into a north side.
Boom, reversed.
Hey.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Is it just my screen or is there a lot of white where the sand should be?
Yeah, that's so we could see the squares for the combat.
Alright. So we're gonna look around for the cave.
Should we detect magic? Would that help us? What's the range on detect magic? Or can we perceive maybe? Do we see anything?
So, here's what you guys are gonna see. We're about to freehand this bitch.
Alright.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I'd like to cast Divine Sense. As an action, I can detect good or evil.
Okay, you don't detect anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Also, I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. That's part of Divine Sense.
Oops. You guys see that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, this is the entrance to the cave, and there's nobody in sight, which is very odd considering that this is a very large cave, and you would think that it would be manned by someone, but there's just no people in sight. And if you want, you can roll perception. Just straight perception check.
Everybody?
Oh.
Damn!
Roll 6.
You can have minus on perception. As a
Yeah.
character sheet. Alright.
Yeah, you have.
I got a 9. 6 plus 3.
I think somebody, yeah, you guys got it. If you're
I crit.
So, Lyric, Lyon, Rosalie notice that there's something unusual about this cave, that even though it's light outside and you're standing right on the edge of it, you can't see into the cave. It just looks like a sheet of black. So the light is not penetrating the entrance of the cave at all.
I beg it. Okay, I have actually dark vision.
Me too.
What is it called?
Your dark vision is ineffective into the entrance of the cave.
It's magical dark.
All right.
Mm.
In effect.
Mr. Wizard Friend, can you see through magical darkness?
Oh, wizard. You guys are asking me all kinds of questions. I'm gonna go take a peek at the cave.
Let him walk in and sit him in there.
Look as hard as he can see and just turn around and nope, that's blacker than a pure romance dildo.
You wanna go in there and check it out, Mr. Wizard?
Yeah, why don't you go in there, Mr. Wizard? We'll be back in. Thank you.
Well, I'm a brave guy, but I'm not going in that cave by myself. No way.
All right, let's do it. I have a light cantrip, so we could. I can make us some light.
To see through the magical darkness?
No, light
I mean,
don't work
any
in
sort
magical
inside of
darkness.
them.
You just wanna peek your head in there?
I think we may have hit a roadblock for the week.
Nah, man. Let's go in. I'm going.
We might need a week to think about this. You wanna walk into that cave and evaporate?
Nothing is going to stop me from completing my vengeance on these invaders.
We could maybe push Tidemore Guard 3 in there. See what happens.
Just push him in. Yeah, come here, Harold Tuck. Why don't you take a step in this?
Just like put his leg in there and see if it evaporates.
You can do that, yeah.
Let's just throw guard 3 in there. Just throw him in.
Yeah, we don't have much use of Guard 3.
Yeah, he's useless. Just throw him in there.
Okay. Is he tied up? Or
We're not his whole body. Let's put a rope on him.
Put a rope on him.
He's
He's
still
got a
tied
rope
up,
around
right?
his waist.
He's the only one that's been to that island where the king is.
Fuck him. It's either him or Harold Tuck.
Should we interrogate him real quick? Find out what this guy knows?
I mean, I would throw Harold Tuck in there. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm alright with
Yeah, we've carried
it. Tie a
him.
rope around Harold Tuck and throw his ass in the darkness.
Whoa. His whole body or just part of him?
Ooh.
I say we just tie a rope around his waist so we can drag it, whatever's left, come back out.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to do a check for that because it's not like he's going to try to break out. So you've got a rope around his waist and he's going to meander on into the cave, yeah?
Well, wait. Actually, before we do that, can I speak with animals to get information about the cave?
There are no animals in sight for you to speak to.
We're not gonna let this guy on a long leash into this cave. We're gonna keep him. We're
How
not
far
gonna-
in? How far in are you letting him go?
That far, that's it.
not
That's
even.
the two.
Like,
Right
a
up.
block close.
Like 1 block,
Can you hear me?
right here.
Well,
How far
unfortunately,
are you
as
letting
soon
him
as you
in?
crossed
Just
the
the tip.
threshold of the entrance, you couldn't see him anymore, but you could still feel him on the rope.
So we're gonna pull him back out.
Yank his ass back.
What?
Like fishing. We're finishing right now, okay? And
Okay.
Just,
Yeah.
Alright, I got it back out. Is he
Now,
still alive?
is he conscious?
Yes.
So you've woken him up,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been about
and he's just willingly gonna do this?
He's going because
We'll
I've got
push him in and pull him out.
Hey, yo, Tucky, what you see in there, man?
Well, yeah, he does have a pretty good knot on him, right?
Yeah. So he tells you that he saw absolutely nothing. The darkest that he's ever seen.
Magical darkness,
Let's go,
boys.
you guys. Screw it. Let's just
Can we
go in.
examine him, see if he has any damage?
Yeah.
He has no damage to his body that you can see.
Let's get in there. I'm going.
All of
in.
us?
No.
I'm going in.
Everybody hold hands.
I'm not going in. Y'all have fun.
I'm going in.
I would expect
Yeah.
that, you coward.
Okay.
I'll leave
So
you.
I'll go in.
I'm in.
I mean, I have dark vision. If I'm in, can I see it all?
No.
no.
Yeah, he says no.
So the wizard is gonna stay outside.
I can't do it myself.
No, I don't.
If the wizard ain't going, I don't want to.
Amber is getting sick.
I'm coming back out.
Alright.
Can Amber take over Helix? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
If he doesn't come back, I don't care.
I mean, she's just really into this. She's like telling me what to do.
Helix. Yo, Wizard, would you go with us if we all went in?
If everybody went in together, I would go with you, yes.
Alright.
Let's all go. Let's just
Water
all
team.
guys.
Oh my god.
If we all die, then the campaign's over.
Oh, guys.
Question, are you taking Harold Tuck and the guard with you?
No, we're gonna execute them outside first.
Damn, dude.
You
The
can put them
traitorous bastards.
What about...
you can put them on either side of me, and I'll be holding them.
They're just baggage.
They're not baggage. They're information. And information. You've watched Game of Thrones. Information is like the most valuable thing. So.
Guys, I got news for you. I'm not walking into this cave without getting information from somebody in the town. It ain't happening. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Deadly cave.
There's magical darkness. I've never seen magical
shall we
darkness
call it?
before.
You coward. You are.
But we have the wizard with us if we all go in.
Yeah, we got freaking Super Saiyan.
We're the
Goku
wizard's
here.
only... We're his last hope. He just wants
I
to...
will say that the wizard, just because he is with you, doesn't mean he's going to assist you in combat.
Can I use danger sense?
He wants your group. No, danger sense doesn't apply here. He wants your group to gain experience, and if he blows everything up for you, you don't gain any experience.
But also, if we die, then we can't serve his
Explain
purpose.
this magical darkness. Like, how the hell are we supposed to beat this magical darkness if, like, my dark vision doesn't work, my light cantrip?
I
Yeah,
didn't
what
say
about
about
your radiant
something
light?
else.
Okay, so we go in, I light up the bitch.
Let's boom.
Right.
Let's do it.
Like, I have an actual... Hold on, I have a light barrier. You know the light cantrip? Yeah.
Yeah, another light cantrip. What's the radius on it?
Uh,
You're gonna go in there and there's gonna be like
I don't-
man-eating moles
I
or
don't know how to
something.
look at
Like, I'm not doing that.
Where's my cantrip?
So the last page, 5 of 5.
If we can see, I'll go.
It's a 20-foot sphere. It's a 20-foot sphere.
Does a cantrip count as like we cast a spell for it?
1 hour.
20 foot
And it
sphere,
goes
so
for
we're all
1
gonna be
hour.
just like on top
Yeah.
of each other
So
in a
this is
circle.
the spell. You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, that object sheds bright light in 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Alright, so Bywin touches Azog and he becomes a.
I'm a giant glowing bear.
Does that count as like one of my spells though?
No, it's a cantrip.
Alright, yeah, so I make the bear all glowy.
So I'm going to do...
Is it just
Is there an
me right now?
indicator for that? Inside, Azog?
Let's
Yeah,
go, Azog.
hell yeah, I do.
Easy to you.
What thing did you use? I couldn't tell. Oh, I see it. Never mind.
So, Azog steps inside and he can see in a 20-foot radius around him.
Yes.
Anyone in his vicinity can also see inside that 20-foot radius.
Sweet.
However, anybody that's outside the 20-foot radius cannot see Azog, cannot see anybody in the radius. The dim light is made entirely useless by this darkness.
Alright, so
only the 20-foot radius light is
gotcha.
granted
So
in
and
the
each
dim.
block's 5 foot, right?
Each block is 5 foot.
So that's a big circle. Alright, I go back outside and tell all these cowards, hey, the bear is lighting up the cave in here. Let's go.
And that goes all the way up to here on both sides, right?
So 20-foot radius means, yes, it would be 40 feet. Well,
How far is the
Kinda
dim
weird.
light radius?
the dim light doesn't apply here. It's overcome by the darkness.
I have a produced light one too. Can I double it? And can we spend
That's the radius. Well,
No, she's got a point. That's great. That's a great idea. To touch somebody else and
Is my dark vision not gonna work here?
No,
My teeth
dark
link?
vision is not going to work.
it's actually bigger.
I feel a lot better with 2 light sources, but I'll go with 1.
Yep. You can do that, Kaylee.
Rose, yeah. What's your light one?
I don't
Produce flame? No.
know. Yeah, it's produce flame.
Alt for a circle. Alt. Alright, so.
And that's for 10
there we
minutes.
go. There we go. Alright. Hold on, I got you. I gotta make it big enough. We can manipulate this circle so we can see.
Nice.
Why can't I delete the fucking thing now? Hold on, I'm gonna play with this. There it goes. Alright, so hold. Alt.
You don't need to roll.
5, 10, 15, 20. So what would be. Shoot.
Oh my gosh,
So-
let's just get in this cave.
Yeah, so the one Kaylee has is only a 10-foot radius. But yeah, for the combat, I'll actually we'll get the radius drawn so you can see what's in the light and what's not.
Alright, so it's this big, but it's actually further in. It's not big enough for me to put it in. So we can see that much from Azov. Like not the forward, but behind and the sides is 20 foot, and at an angle.
Okay.
So that's a lot.
So, is everyone going into the cave?
Yes.
Yes. Lyric Dorian.
Lyric's AFK, but I think it's assumed she's coming.
Harold Tuck and Harold Tuck and Guard 3 are coming too.
Alright.
So as soon as the last person steps over the threshold of the cave, something black and goopy drips from the ceiling, lands on Azog, and extinguishes the light that is on him. And everybody needs to roll initiative.
Son of a bitch!
Oh god, this is where we die.
What's
What the hell? Something black and goopy?
D20
Oh,
plus.
dear God.
So we could have just waited outside of the cave. We
For
had to
what?
come in here.
For what?
Just to think about it and wait for James.
Also, make a note, Azog, you're going to have disadvantage on your first attack roll. You've got black goopy stuff in your eye. Both of them. actually.
Alright, I'm rolling a real D20.
Your light is extinguished too.
Roll
So-
6 plus 2. I got an 8.
So these guys are.
I think he's ready for bed.
3 out of 6. Yeah, there it is.
Have you guys, I want Josh to be able to participate next week. So just for canon, can we say that you've been dragging his body with you?
Yeah, you want me
You
to
should
roll
ride
this
the
D20
bear.
for him?
We'll let him roll it when he gets here and just insert him into the order.
Okay, he's not getting that roll. That's
Oh, I want to do combat. Oh, hey, did we get any experience for the journeys thus far today?
Yes, but not enough to level up.
So we got more than Jamie's though, right?
Yes.
Should we write it down, or are we just gonna remember?
No. So by milestone, just so you guys know, like an out of character moment behind the curtain, what I want to do is have you guys level up with each combat. So every time you encounter monsters, they're going to be a little bit stronger. It's going to make you a little bit stronger, and you're going to work your way up to a high enough level to be able to fight the king. Right? That's kind of the goal of the campaign. So there's going to be multiple stops so that you can kill boars in the forest, right? To become strong enough to do that.
Nice.
Right, I exited
So
that game.
on nights like this, I mean, I've done campaigns before where every week it's combat, 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 and what happens is it almost becomes a chore to do the combat. So I'm generally gonna try to do like an every other session kind of thing, or one session is more RP heavy, and then the next session is combat heavy, and kind of alternate them. And I'm sure there's going to be exceptions to that. Maybe we have back-to-back combats every now and then, but I just don't want it to become that chore. And I think the best way to prevent that is to make sure we have enough of the RP side of it also in between each combat. Because what inevitably happens, at least in my experience, when I've played and it's just been nonstop combat, when you get to like the 5th combat in a row, it's almost like you want to skip parts of it because you know what's going to happen, and you don't get to fully enjoy the whole experience.
Makes sense.
It's hard to describe, but that's what I'm trying to prevent and stay ahead of. So,
Cool.
if you're super in love with combat and you have to miss a week, maybe miss one of the RP weeks. Yeah.
Well, I just want to keep playing. That's all I want to do.
I would definitely do
All right. So so we're starting here next week.
Yeah, we'll pick it up here in the pitch black combat in the cave
With Janus.
with Janus, hopefully, and there's
Or
unknown number of bad guys.
Whose idea was it to go in the black goo? Whose idea was that?
listen, as long as we trust in the goddess Athena, everything will be okay.
And I'm gonna actually spend some time on this map and make it,
I don't fear the dark
make it
eye.
a cool map.
I'm glad we got to this point tonight. This was a
too.
good ending spot.
That's what once you guys decided to go to Three Rocks, I was like, okay, we've got to start this combat before we end the session. So I was trying to,
Well, thank goodness on that intimidation roll. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Finally got to intimidate somebody.
Worked out.
Hey,
All right.
DM.
Yo,
After doing some more research and actually getting a little more experience at this game, can I change my fighting style? Apparently, where I get to re-roll the 1 or 2 if I roll 1 or 2 isn't that great. Can I take defense instead, where I just get +1 PC if I have R?
yeah, it's fine.
Is it alright if I just change the fighting style?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, DM. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Good
Thanks,
start.
buddy.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna hang out for a couple minutes and set up this turn order.
Nice.
Highly recommend y'all read my super creative turning into a bear story on Discord.
I did like
You wanna
it.
tell that story?
I already read
I
it.
mean, I will now. Sure. So,
What if we already read it? We have to listen to it again?
well, yes.
That's harsh.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
So there I was. I'm bloody, tired, and enraged, and I slip into a trance-like state. This is right after the combat on the ship, by the way, after last week. So I go into a trance-like state, and I happen to be on a spiritual journey in my mind. So in my mind, I find myself amongst the trees in the forest of Eden, and I see a large bear walking away from me, and I follow it through the forest, and I end up near a shore on a secluded-y, deserted-y part of the island of Eden was where we are. And the bear halts right where the sand breaks and the grass breaks into sand, and I come up next to it and I'm watching, and I see ahead of us there's a ship in the background, and I see on the shore right at the water line a full orc and a full orc man and a human woman passing off a bundle of blankies to my foster mom, essentially my adopted orc mom. And I can't make out any words, but I see my pops, what I assume to be my pops, take out a green amulet from his neck and put it in the bundle. And then after he does it and hands me off to my fake moms, they turn around and go onto the sea vessel and head in the direction of Wim. And that's just kind of when it hits me that the amulet that I have in my neck that my adopted family had given me when I came of age at 14 was the same amulet that my dad had placed. I just watched my dad place in my little bundle, and when I realized that, it starts to glow in my mind, like in my little spirit quest thing. And then when I look down and I notice it gleaming, I look up and the bear's no longer next to me. It's several feet in front of me, staring at me. And then it starts to charge at me, coming at me. But I'm so scared, I'm frozen. And then right before it collides into me, it turns into this ball of energy, spirit energy, and just hits me square in the chest where the amulet is. And then that's when on the ship, when that happens on the ship, I'm still entranced, and my chest starts to glow on the ship because you guys don't know I'm wearing an amulet that's underneath my armor. And I start to rise up into the several feet in the air, and this green light comes out from my chesticle, and it like shrouds me almost completely. And then I start to change inside this light, and then like hair starts to come out of my arms, my face starts to contort, and my hands start to change. And then all of a sudden, just as quick as it started, boom, the green light's gone, and I fall to the ground, and I stand up, and now I'm this giant gray bear. And I have awoken as a barbarian on the totem warrior path. And even though I might not necessarily realize, my family heirloom on my neck is my family's ancient totem of the bear.
Nice.
There you go.
Huge experiences.
Real nice.
Milestones.
I'm really glad
So-
you got feeling back in your paw.
Me too.
No more. What is it called when you make your hand go numb? You know, beat it. So
When
it's
you
like
sit
a
on it,
stranger.
The stranger!
The strangers. No more strangers for you.
So,
Uh,
do you have an inkling of what the bear form is going to give you, or you've not discovered your power yet?
oh, I know.
Is that for us to find out, or can we get a little hint?
I'll just tell you because I just want you to know. So the amulet now around my chest starts to like irradiates like a ferocious and intimidating presence, and when I'm enraged, the amulet aids me and enhances my body to make me resistant to all damage except psychic damage when I'm enraged.
Alright, that sounds good.
Boom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I want you to tell your story.
So mine, as I explained before, I took a sacred oath with me and her talking. A vengeance with these bastards, and most paladins are like holy. Some even don't fight, but I'm not a little bitch like that. So actually, during the middle of our last combat, like I felt kind of something stirring inside of me, because I want to be holy and good and protect people, but like I really liked killing those guys before. And so now, as we're going on through our adventure, I say Azog notices actually have some like black specks that float across my vision. Leave it at that.
Ooh.
Like, or not my vision. I'm sorry, my eyes. You can see, and I'm supposed to be like an angelic figure, so like I have like a slight glow to me, and I don't know, I look very fair, but it's kind of very contrasting to see this stuff going across my eyes.
Dorn, are you gonna have a story like this when you choose your final thing? Because I know you're not gonna be a thief, probably.
I could. I didn't know I was supposed to write one.
Well, you don't have to.
We
But-
just kind of went with it.
I don't really want to be a thief, but we'll see.
Right.
I don't really want to spend money either.
What happened? Did anything change with you physically or character-wise when at level 3?
Not as far as I know. No.
Well, you got Lancelot.
Oh, that's what I said.
Oh,
Did I say Dorn? Did I say Brian? David? Oh.
I didn't. My bad.
So,
Yeah, it is your-
I've been practicing shooting my bow and arrow on my farm my whole life, so I finally got some real combat experience. And a couple of the tricks that I had been trying to pull off are finally making more sense. So I've got a few trick shots now on my bow. Specifically a tripping attack where I can shoot somebody in the ankle and make them fall prone. I've got a pushing attack where I can shoot someone with such force that they stumble back 15 feet away from me. And then I've got a precision shot where I can increase my chance of landing an arrow.
Hell
So
yeah.
pretty much do the same thing. I mean, I didn't like change physically at all. I've just taken a little farm practice and gotten some real combat experience to make myself a little better archer.
Okay. Anybody else? Rosalie? Lyric?
Oh, one more thing. Also acquired on the ship well, really by turning level 3, I found some cartographer's tools, so we'll just say that I picked them up off the ship.
Nice.
So maps are supposed to be pretty rare in this world, so maybe it would be important for me to jot down a few things. Or
Yeah.
if we get some vision, I don't know if I can make a map of this dark cave that we're in.
Yeah. Can we also have him have created a map of the eye while we travel to this 3 rocks?
Yeah, if you want to draw something up that's more professional looking than this thing.
So I stole your map, I stole that, and I put it in Discord.
Yeah, but see, I made this out of just the free Roll20 stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'll play around with it.
If you wanted to like draw an actual version of it, with where the 6 islands are actually different tokens, that would be pretty cool.
Yes,
Nice.
I will play around with it.
My ultimate goal, I've been on the D&D subreddit a lot since we started this,
Yeah.
and people have posted pictures and stuff of maps that they've used, where they've like drawn them professionally in software and then plotted them out on like big paper. And I'd like to do that with this map because I think it's got the potential to be a big world.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of like mapping as I go right now. Cool to have. If you want to be the cartographer of the campaign, and you can add to it as we go, and then maybe the end of it we can, because I've got access to a plotter at work, so maybe I can plot it out, and we'll have like a full version of the map for the last session.
Yeah, I'll play around with it. I mean, I'm not super artistic outside of teeth, but I'll do my damnedest.
I'm not artistic at all.
Yeah, make teeth.
Nice.
Yeet.
Any of the girls have any physical changes or any character changes at level 3?
It's after 10, so Kaylee's probably past that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anna's history.
Well, thanks so much, DM. Such a blast. So much fun. See y'all next week.
Yeah, you should definitely convince Amber, or just make a character. I mean, I'm sure Jeremy would be fine if she just like levels to 3. Or you'll find her in the cave or some shit.
Here's the thing: I don't want to have 9 people. It's already. If we had all.
Well, no,
8,
I mean if Steven doesn't come back.
If Steven doesn't come back,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Amber's schedule, she could only even play once every other week because one every other Wednesday she works a 13-hour, so she'd be out except every other week. So even that probably wouldn't be so great for us. But yeah, she said she's good being the peanut gallery for my character.
I'm sure Anna would take some time off if we ever had more than 8 players for Amber to play. I know that I kind of coerced her into playing most weeks. So, not that she's gonna quit,
I kind of
but
did the same with Kaylee. So
yeah.
I'd say we have the opportunity to rotate people in and out. If you want to do
Rotate the ladies.
Yeah, Anna will not have a problem with that. I'm saying it for a fact.
Man, I don't like like spells, right? I get 3 spell slots, right? And that's fine. If I can only use 3 per comp, but I don't understand how it's fun, I guess, that I have to wait for a long run to be able to use any spells again if I use them.
It's because the spells in 5th edition are so freaking strong.
Are they though? Mine are. I mean, they're okay.
Well, you're a paladin. Paladin is not a spell-based damage dealer.
Yeah.
Paladin is a melee damage dealer. Happens to have some spells.
All right, that makes sense.
Look at Valkan's spells versus your spells, right?
Yeah.
All right, night, y'all. Luckily.
See you, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on my guy. I'm gonna make him an assassin. I think I'm gonna say screw D&D Beyond.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it gets pretty limited when you get up to
I can't do it. The limitations.
I'm not about spending money on anything, so I would not spend any money
That'll
on that
be fine.
website.
I feel like if I do it this way, it's gonna be better for learning how to play in real life anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this is how you have to do it if you play at a table with somebody. Like, I mean, you have to
Yeah,
make
playing
your
at a
character.
table would be funner than this. But this is good.
It definitely is. This is D&D light.
Yeah.
You don't get nearly as many emotions when you're doing it this way. It's more disconnected.
Yeah, I'm also my cameras don't work. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that. I can't see any of you guys either. It's weird.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to play one game of League?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down.
No, you guys go ahead.
We're doing rank or baby.
Either one. I don't care. That last baby game went swimmingly.
I picked up Varus. I think he's insanely strong.
What about Baby, but I'll play on my main account and we can just play more?
That's fine with me.
Because I want to play Pike, but I don't really want to get sweaty in a ranked game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm trying to get to level 20. I can play ranked. That's levels on baby. I give up on
So-
Callista. Like, it just was nasty.
She feels like